Hi everyone, welcome back to OneTouchBI. It's me Saravanan Vajravel, and in today's session I'm going to demonstrate in detail how to upgrade your older version IBM Cognos 11X to the latest version IBM Cognos 11.1.7. Without uninstalling the existing version, we are going to upgrade the version from older to the newer. What is the advantage of upgrading the version? When you upgrade the version, we can retain all the existing configuration settings, whatever the customization you have done with older version of IBM Cognos 11X, that can be retained as it is with the IBM Cognos 11.1.7 after the successful installation. As this video is going to be a little longer, without much intro, I would like to take over to my system to see the actual demo. The very first checklist what we need to do before we start the IBM Cognos 11.1.7 upgradation, make sure you have taken the full content store backup. For that, I request you to launch the IBM Cognos connection of your existing version. Input the credential if you have configured the LDAP namespace. Directly head over to Administration Console by clicking on Manage Administration Console. Click on Configuration tab, click on Content Administration. Make sure you have taken the entire content store backup by clicking on the new export icon. Name it Full Content Backup. Click Next and choose the radio button. Select the entire content store. If you have any user account details and you want to export all of them, choose the checkbox, include user account information and click Next. As you are exporting including the user account details, you need to encrypt the password. Click Next. It will prompt for the password for your content store backup. Provide the password, anything you can remember easily. Confirm the password. Click OK. Click Next. Make sure the action is chosen, save and run once and click on Finish. Click Run. And if you want to see whether your export is completed or not, check the checkbox so that you can view the status. Now in this window, in the top right, click on Refresh. Keep on clicking Refresh until you see that the export is completed. Ignore the warnings. With this, the step 1 of full content export has been completed. We'll move on to the step 2 for upgrading our Cognos 11.1.6 to higher version, the latest version 11.1.7. After you have taken the backup of full content export from the IBM Cognos 11 administration, make sure you have stopped the IBM Cognos service by clicking on the stop icon. Once the IBM Cognos service is stopped completely, you will find the icon like this with grayed out. Now you can exit this configuration window, say no, go to the software binary location where you have copied 11.1.7 binary code. In my case, my software is located over here. All I need to do is I have to launch the exe file. You launch with Run as Administrator, accept by clicking on S. Go with the default installation language English and click on Next. In this window, choose the zip file of your Cognos 11.1.7 binary. Can you see in the background? In my case, the software zip file is ca underscore srv win64 11.1.7 zip. That's the one I have to choose. Let me choose by clicking on choose. Choose the binary ca service 11.1.7 zip file. Open. Click on next. We are going to install IBM Cognos Analytics BI service. Choose the first radio button. Click on next. Accept the license by clicking on the checkbox. Click next. Over here, what we need to do, we need to choose the existing Cognos 11 installation path. Only then it will upgrade. Otherwise, it will make a copy of the Cognos 11 installation in a separate folder. So let me choose the existing path to overwrite and upgrade the older version to the newer version. And once again, I reiterate, the prerequisite for this is to ensure your existing IBM Cognos service is stopped completely. Okay, in my case, it stopped. I'm going to set the same path. Click on choose. It's over C colon program files, IBM, Cognos, and my Cognos 11.1.7, the home path should be as same as the previous one. So I'm going to retain the same folder. If you want to rename, you rename it right away. Because after installation, if you rename, it's a long process. So let me rename. I want to make it to 11.1.7. And I'm choosing the same folder now. Nothing else to do. Click on select. And what is that shortcut folder you want to keep? I want to name the shortcut folder as IBM Cognos Analytics 11.1.7 so that I can easily recollect that it's 11.1.7 and make this shortcut available for everyone. Click next. It says that you are installing to the same location as a previous installation. If you continue, some files will be overwritten. That's exactly we need it. Accept with yes. Click install. The pre-installation summary check is done. The pre-installation check summary is completed. Now it is proceeded to installing the software. As you see, the progress is going on. This may take another 15 to 20 minutes. Request to be patient and sit back and relax. Installation is now complete and now we can accept by clicking on done. Now launch your IBM Cognos configuration for 11.1.7 by clicking on Windows Start menu. As you see that the new shortcut has been created 11.1.7 and the 1.6 is invalid now. We will remove it later. So now you click on the drop down 11.1.7. Click on IBM Cognos configuration. Click on yes and proceed. It says that the older version of configuration files were found. The configuration files have been upgraded to the latest version. That is exactly the task we are doing, and let's accept this by clicking on OK. It takes time to upgrade your files to the newer version. Yes, it has come now. Now you see that all your settings, whatever you have done with the older version, Cognos 11.1.6, everything has been retained on the 11.1.7. Maximize this window. Let's quickly check all the settings or remain correct or anything you want to modify. Everything looks good. We can quickly test one of the authentication, LDAP authentication, ADS. Right click on and test. As the cryptographic information got changed from older version to the newer version, it will try to regenerate the cryptographic information. Let's wait. As the cryptographic information all succeeded, it goes to test our ADS LDAP connection. Provide the username and password against the user ID that you want to test. In my case, I will test with admin. This should ideally succeed. Yes, it got succeeded. Close it. And what else we need to test? The content database. Probably we can test the content database very quickly. Yes, the content database also succeeded. That means it retains all the settings from the previous version and everything works as expected. What we can do, we can simply go and start the IBM Cognos BA service against Cognos 11.1.7. So let me start the Cognos BI service. Again, I request your patience because this again will take another 5 to 10 minutes. Everything went so fast. It got failed at checking subject alternative name. What is that? Let's see. It must match subject alternative name in cryptographic configuration. If subject alternative name is not configured in the cryptographic configuration, then it must match the server common name. Okay, close it. This error occurs especially on the 11.1.7 if anyone who tries to upgrade from lower version to the higher version. It should match the cryptographic server group name. There is an article from IBM Cognos portal. As you see in the screen, the configuration group, the name what has been given, that should exactly match with cryptographic Cognos under subject alternative name. Let's fix this problem. Click on close, click on configuration group, go to the cryptographic Cognos under DNS names. Let's provide the same name. What is the name you are keeping under subject alternative name? Cognos 1116asia.com. Copy this, go to the configuration group under environment, paste it here. Group contact host, again change it. Group name you can retain what you have already. Otherwise, if you want, you can change it. In my case, I'm not going to change that. That's all the settings required. So once again, I just repeat, go to the cryptographic Cognos, see the subject alternative name, what has been there, copy this, make sure you provided the same under environment configuration group for member coordination host as well as group contact host. Once you've provided the details, we are all good. Let's go and start the IBM Cognos service for 11.1.7. This time it should not throw any error message. Click on yes. What happens in the last minute? It is not starting. Unable to start IBM Cognos service, execution of the external process returns an error code value of -1. Let's copy this error message. As you see in the IBM Cognos article, the error could be because of dispatcher port which may be in use. What we do, let's go back to the Cognos configuration and quickly change the port from default 9300 to 931. Let me use the port number 9301. Okay. So I'm changing all 9300 to 9301. As you have changed the port 9301, the dataset service port number, this is used for the dashboard dataset. This you also change it to the one number up, 9302. And let's see any other port which is in use. Logging port, let's try to use the old one. And now let's go back and start the service. Let's see it goes fine or not. This should not throw any error this time, as we have changed the port number from 9300 to 9301 and the dataset default port number 9301 to 9302. We should be good. Only thing what we are sharing now with the old version and the new version is the logging port number, which we are retaining it. As you see now, the port class is gone. It has gone further to register the port number 9301. We are good. Click on details to see the progress. As said, this will take a while to complete this step. Please wait until it completes. As you see in details page, the logging port is never going to be classed because when the BI service is completely stopped, the logging ports also getting closed. But it's not the case with the dispatcher port. It is somewhere in a sleeping state. It is still active. In order to use the default port 9300, we need to make sure that the existing port is completely closed. In our case, somehow it's still active, and that's the reason I'm not able to use the default port. So I went again on increasing one port number from default 9300 to 9301. This is still okay. We can proceed with 9301 and get started the IBM Cognos service. Hip hip hooray! All services got started and we can see all green ticks. We are good. I'm excited to see the Cognos 11.1.7 user interface. Close the screen. Launch a new Chrome browser. In private session, you can open in a normal session also. That's not the problem. And input your IBM Cognos URL. In my case, it's OneTouchBI.edu and the port number is 9301/BI. Yes, I can able to see all my previous customization, whatever I did, everything works and my OneTouchBI customized UI screen is coming up. Input your user credential. Login. Wow, as you see, little different in the UI screen. Let's quickly check what is my version of IBM Cognos BI server. Click on the head and shoulder icon, go to About, and over here, yes, we can see that it's 11.1.R7. This confirms we are in the Cognos 11.1.7. Everything is set up and we are good to see all the details over here. One quick thing I want to show what is new with IBM Cognos 11.1.7. Let me show one of the report how that scheduler is looking now. Click on the report, three dots, go to the properties page, click on schedule, create a schedule. Hooray, you can see that a new UI has come. This is what confirming further the second step, how your Cognos 11.1.7 has been completely redesigned. In the older version, Cognos 11.1.6, the scheduler screen is typical in older format. With 11.1.7, you can see a complete new UI. This is great. With this, I'm going to end this recording because this session is more of how to upgrade from 11.1.1 or 1.6 to 1.7, that higher version. So we have successfully completed our mission. With this, I'm going to sign off. If anyone who is not subscribed my channel, request to subscribe my channel by clicking on the subscribe button right at the bottom. Until I come back with another video, this is Saravanan Vajravel signing off from OneTouchBI. Have a good day.